Los Angeles is the largest restaurant industry in the country.
$26 million are stolen from workers on a weekly basis.
Less than 20% of those workers here earn a living wage.
And on top of this, occupational segregation and discrimination are rampant, with white workers disproportionately holding the higher paying jobs within the Los Angeles restaurant industry. Cocina Abierta is comprised of a rotating group of community organizers, restaurant workers, and artists who are interested in using food to really engage our communities and consumers in a dialogue about the food justice movement. This project really began as a storytelling project. My partner and I moved to Los Angeles in 2011. He had been working in the restaurant industry for 14 plus years.
Cuando llegué a Los Ángeles se me hizo muy difícil buscar trabajo porque había mucha gente aplicando y yo llevé mi currículo a diferentes lados y realmente la experiencia que tenía yo en mi currículo no servía para nada, porque realmente en los restaurantes nomás estaban buscando a personas que tuvieran ganas de trabajar y que sean rápidos y pagarles lo mínimo. Y la verdad, en ese año me di cuenta que no le pagaban el overtime ni los breaks y a los trabajadores de restaurante.
And then we began to just really think about how we could use art as a vehicle for really speaking to a larger public about these issues. The first phase of this work involved us going out and just interviewing as many restaurant workers as we could meet. We began to kind of build a relationship and became a part of this organization called ROC LA, which stands for the Restaurant Opportunity Center of Los Angeles.
ROC LA is a worker center dedicated to improving conditions for workers in the industry.
After interviewing numerous restaurant workers, what we began to do is we began to pull out fragments of these interviews to stitch together a larger narrative and build a performance script. Working on the Break Balsa project allowed us to begin to get to know ROC LA organizers and certain members on a deeper level. One of the members that we met was Oakland Bautista.
After doing these performance-based projects, we realized that we wanted to find a way to connect with consumers more directly, and we felt that food was a really great way to do that.
The workers that we were meeting, what they were really passionate about was food and having opportunities to creatively think about food outside of work.
Some of the projects that we've worked on over the last couple of years have been organizing dinners in gallery spaces, presented cooking demonstrations at health fairs, visited with home cooks to record their recipes and stories about food post-migration. And this past summer, we organized a large communal cookout in Corona, Queens at Immigrant Movement International. We feel like food is an easy way to connect with people. It's something that everybody eats, first of all, and a lot of people at least eat out also. So it's an easy entry into talking to people and asking them questions that maybe they're not thinking about.
We have continued to work in collaboration with ROC because we feel it's really important that we are actively a part of the political conversation that's going on right now.
I really enjoy this kind of work, and I think it's important for me because I feel like I'm doing something that I can do. I just feel like I'm doing a small part to help push and make some changes and at least bring some awareness to these issues and to the public in general.
During these kind of food-based interventions, consumers have the opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation with a worker. And let's face it, people go into restaurants every day and this seldom happens. You don't get to talk to the line cooks, to the dishwashers. Sometimes some people barely talk to their servers, right? We're offering an opportunity for you to taste a delicious meal made by a restaurant worker and also have this opportunity to have a deep, sometimes conversation with a restaurant worker. And that's really why we do this work.